Hello, the game has started and it's my opponent to go first. I'll just say hello to him. Now, I have... okay. Opponent has bingoed and I'll be looking to balance this rack up. Nowhere near a bingo here. Look at something like pop, poric. Cropping. Wow. After saying I was nowhere near a bingo, look at that. Look what's cropping up. Anyway, that sometimes you just have to look at each and every rack as an opportunity rather than an unplayable bingo. Now, I've drawn the Z. Opponents played Jowl. Z plays here quite nicely, so play of Hayes. Not a good rack leave, but a decent score. Zante. No, I like Hayes. I think I'll go with this. Anatos through... Actually, not through anything. From the L here. $82. Plays to the left as well, but doesn't play anywhere on the right hand side of the board. Hazes and Anatos. $77. Four-timer, obviously the better spot, but that's no longer available. So Anatos for 77. That's not a bad pickup. Rooting from an R and outrain. No R available. What else is there? Maybe opponent will play an R in column A. What about this H? Not seeing a play from the H. There's an X hotspot here under the O. Opponents scored well with Duke. There's also an X hotspot here, EX. Now, I have Git here for 23, not a good rack leave. I feel there's something better. N22. I actually prefer this rack leave. There's more synergy than the other option. What about Nothing across the top there. What about gone? 21. Don't like the rack leave. I think I will go with EN or NE. EN, more defensive. Not really. Yeah, this is what I'm going with. Not a good pickup. The VU combo, not great, but I can hopefully get rid of it. Play of Gov, for example. Okay, opponent has bingoed. Vogiest. Wow, I didn't think that would become available. That is handy. 76. It's a decent pickup as well. I have the over prefix. Overlaid through a D might be good. What about this T? Overlate is good, I believe. 62 points, if that remains available. Is there a 7? Yeah, it remains available. That's great. Now I've drawn the X, which is handy. So I should be scoring well with the X here. Moxa. Okay, Iwi comes down. Exam would be a 39-point play, not a great rack leave. Exeme is good, EX, EME, but no E to play on to. Still trying to identify good X spots. Xenon onto an N. Pity Hazes doesn't take an E. That would have been nice. Now, what about just underneath? Play of EX. How many E's to come? 3, 2 O's. I might actually hang on to my E's. Yeah, I think I'll go with... Or do I play X? I'll keep it more balanced. Okay, what have we got here? Eon... something like oenomal. Eomenal. Some weird word like that. Eonemel. So I think it ends MEL, but can't quite think of it at the moment. I'm not sure if there's a 7 in this set. Melano name. Okay, opponents played Cruddy. Now The D looks semi-useful. Melanoid. If the E was a I. No male. Lemonade. Wow. That just came out at me. Beautiful. Now I've got the QU option, but nothing above the G. QIN and wondering if there are any Q spots here. Chin and in. Chin here for 40, obviously the best play because it takes out a hot spot. Opponent does go there. And pretty bingo-y tiles left. I think the game is won though, so I don't think I can lose from this position. I'll go with chin. 28. Gemote is good, but don't see that playing anywhere. Does opponent have a bingo beginning with an S? Not that I can see. If I was to play gem, would that help opponent? Male. Or MIS word, miserable. Now, I don't think the M helps opponent much, but is there an even better play? Nothing goes between V and O. So that's a 20-point play. What's that's a 21-point play. Can I? There's two tiles in the bag. I think I will play gem for 25. Oh, look at that. I'm the one who draws the blank. Mottler. That is amazing. I thought that blank might be on opponent's rack for a few turns. Just looking at plays through the Y here. Tyro. Opponent looking. Is there a bingo in these remaining 7 tiles? Not that I can see. What was I looking at here? Mottler. And that's the end of the game. So I thank my opponent. 579 to 400. Let's see what we missed. Wow. Okay. Unhired. Opponent opens with a 78-point bingo. Then cropping for 86 was the only bingo there. Jal for 28 was best for opponent. Hayes and Zante, I did identify both, but Hayes was more defensive, I felt. And no bingo, but Pukey for 44 from the P. Ah, look at that. Key and Yar. That's quite nice. Pukey would have sorted the rack out beautifully. He went with A. Now Anatos for 77 seems fine. And then Rescued with a K. Wow. Available in 2 spots. I6. Rescued. That's a nice one. 91 points. And J1 was the other spot. Croppings. Rescued. Or Reskewed. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that. Duke for 50 wasn't a bad play either. Now, no bingo here, but Towers for 23 with a strong rack leave. I went with EN for 22. Opponent's got Saunter, the only playable bingo. And then Vogiest and Outgives, both for the same score. Opponent's got Unibody from UN for 30. Where's... Oh, Unibody. Yes. He goes with Fob and then Elevator through the T or Overlate through the T, both 62. Overlate a little bit safer because Elevator takes an S, and there was an S and a blank to come. Now Widdy suggested at M2, that looks fine. Opponent goes with Iwi, and then X for 52 best here. Cuddy or Cruddy, opponent goes for the higher scoring option. And then Lemonade through the D was the only bingo. A few I's for opponent here. ISO Aeolis suggested he goes with Oi, and then Quirt through the U and the R. That's nice, Quirt, although there was an S and a blank to come, so I thought, yeah, just don't open unnecessary, don't create opportunities for opponent where you don't need to bingo. So I went with Chin, and then If for 31, Gem for 25, Get, slightly better rack leave, 1M, Get. I thought the T would be slightly more useful than the M. So I think Gem is still fine. And then opponent has no bingo here. Well, no playable one. Ispa for 34. goes with bar, and then Mottler for 9 was fine, or Mottier. So that was the end of the game. Flowed pretty well for me there. A few bingos, Anato's, Overlate, Vogiest and Lemonade. Oh, and Cropping. So it was a 5 bingo game. So that was quite nice. Yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.